Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Hoop Report. We had a ton of basketball action over the weekend, so let's get to the good news first. Basketball fans turned out in droves to Mansfield High School's James Albertini Memorial Gymnasium on Saturday to see the third meeting of the season between two longtime Hockomock League rivals, the Mansfield Hornets, top-seeded in Division I South, and the ninth-seeded Franklin Panthers, who had split with the Hornets in the regular season, winning on their home court in overtime. These two teams know each other inside and out, and everyone expected a thriller. And that's exactly what they got. Mansfield took an 11-9 lead at the end of the first quarter on a putback by Michael Bowen, but Franklin's Sam Bowmiller and Chris Rogers scored the last two baskets of the second quarter for a 22-22 halftime tie. The lead changed 7 times in the third quarter before Kevin Connor's rebound putback put Mansfield up 36-34 at the buzzer. Franklin built a 3-point lead with 1:43 left in regulation, but Mansfield point guard Rocky DeAndrade hit 2 baskets in a row to put the Hornets up 46-45 with 50.6 seconds left. Franklin's Pat O'Reilly had a chance to win it at the foul line with 6.1 seconds left, but he could hit only 1 of 2 shots to send the game into overtime. Brendan Hill converted a pass from Greg Romanko to give Mansfield the lead a minute into the extra session, and the Hornets never trailed again. One of the biggest baskets came with 55.4 seconds left as DeAndrade hit a 3-pointer off an inbounds pass. The final score, Mansfield 57, Franklin 48. DeAndrade had a career-high 21 points to lead Mansfield, and I asked him after the game to tell me about the play call in the huddle that led to his big 3-point basket.
Well, the real play we had was for a double screen for me to come off and pull up. Coach asked me, do you have a pull-up in you? I was like, Coach, I've been working on that all off-season. And I was like, yeah, let me do it. Let me try it. So I noticed that they gave me a little more space than I thought. So instead of dribbling up and pulling up, I just shot the 3.
DeAndrade, only a junior, has made huge strides as a point guard, a scorer, and an on-court leader this year. I asked him to tell me the secret to his success.
My secret is definitely that I'm always in the gym. Once the season ends, take 1 week break, get my body back in shape, and after that, it's just day after day, I'm in the gym, weight room, just getting bigger, working out, getting faster, getting my jump shots up, and, my ball handling. I do it with my guys. I do it with Greg in the offseason, Bowen, Greg, Kevin Connor, even Cole Cummings. Mm-hmm. So, the guys that didn't really play football, we were always in the gym every day. We'd go after school, and, it really does work. Hard work pays off.
Mansfield now moves to the sectional semifinals and a meeting with 12th-seeded Brookline, which eliminated New Bedford and Marshfield to earn the trip to UMass Boston's Clark Recreation Center. Game time Tuesday night is 7:30. 2 other local teams were active Friday night in the Division III South quarterfinals, and that's where their seasons ended. 7th-seeded Martha's Vineyard completed a 3-game sweep of Bishop Feion, but they needed a buzzer-beating basket to do it, winning 65-63 at the 2nd-seeded Shamrocks gym. Freshman Mike Nelson led the Shamrocks with 16 points. And in Rockland, James Loring's 11 points weren't enough to lead the 5th-seeded Norton Lancers past the host Bulldogs, who won the low-scoring affair 50-34. Rockland's next opponent is top-seeded Wareham. In the girls' Division I South tournament, the place to be Friday night was the Ken Pickering Gym at North Attleboro High, as the 3rd-seeded Rocketeers took on Wellesley in the quarterfinal round. It had been an outstanding season for North, which had won the Hockomock League's Kelly Rex division, but the Raiders gave them matchup problems because of their height, especially 6'3" center Grace Miller. The Rocketeers tried shooting threes to pull the Wellesley defense out to the perimeter, but the shots weren't falling. And it didn't help that North's leading scorer, center Megan Ronigan, was in foul trouble for much of the first half. Still, North led by 11 on a 3-point play by sophomore Melissa Beaupre with 2:18 left in the third quarter. The lead was 9 entering the fourth quarter, but Wellesley ran off the first 9 points, 3 of the baskets coming on rebound putbacks. Danielle Perrin's baby hook tied the score with 3:24 left, but Wellesley ran off the next 5 points to take charge for good. The final score, Wellesley 63, North Attleboro 57. Beaupre had 18 points and 13 rebounds to lead North, and Ronigan finished the year with 525 points, the best single season by a local girl since Bishop Feion's Amy Lepley in 2008. On Saturday, Bishop Feion traveled to Mansfield to play the second-seeded Warriors in a Division II South girls quarterfinal. As the last local team active in the tournament, the Shamrocks and their standout senior forward, Sierra Schrader, had high hopes of extending their run. But if there's a basketball equivalent to shock and awe, Bishop Feion experienced it in the first quarter. For one of the first times this year, Feion met a team that was just as quick and just as relentless defensively and much, much taller. The result was an unbelievable 24-3 deficit after the first quarter, and that grew to 36-8 midway through the second. Even though they were down 39-18 at halftime, the Shamrocks refused to give in. Senior guard Kara Adams and sophomore guard Maddie Jolin led a determined comeback that got the deficit down to just 11 points on 2 occasions in the fourth quarter. Adams and Jolin had 12 points apiece in the second half. The score was 56-45 in Medfield's favor after 2 free throws by Lauren Donahue with 5:18 left, but a 10-1 run by Medfield over the next 2.5 minutes sealed Feion's fate. The final score, Medfield 71, Bishop Feion 48. Jolin scored a team-high 18 points, Adams added 14 more, and Schrader finished her outstanding career with 1,126 points. Feion finished 17-5. Now it's on to UMass Boston with the Mansfield boys on Tuesday. I'm Mark Farinella of the Sun Chronicle, and I haven't been there in a while. It'll be nice to be back. See you there.